4 words that'll change your life. I do it anyways. Hired? I do it anyways. No support? I do it anyways. Scared shitless? I do it anyways. Afraid of failure? I do it anyways. Fear of rejection? I do it anyways. You don't build an amazing life by waiting for the perfect moment. You do it by showing up every day, regardless of how you feel. You do it anyways. That's how you win the game of life, with the mentality of I do it anyways.
Most people aren't obsessed with their goals because they don't believe they're worthy of them. It's easy to dream about what you want, but in between where you are and what you want, there's a tremendous amount of stuff you got to change and do. But you do have a responsibility to do the work to change so that you can be the happy, fulfilled person that you were born to be.
There's a road to every place on this earth. You can become anything that is available on this earth. And it's like the pathway is it's your mind. Absolutely have to educate your mind, and the recognition that the only limits are your thoughts. If you think you're in a f***ed up situation and you'll never get out, you're gonna make that true.
You cannot have success without suffering. You cannot have winning without effort and without dedication. Do you want to achieve success? You're gonna have to pay the price. And it won't be cheap. It'll be tireless nights, long days, empty bank accounts, isolation, loneliness, tribulation, heartaches, headaches, and a lot of pain. But on the other side of pain is pleasure. On the other side of pain is success.
You have 24 hours a day, and I have 24 hours a day. Yet the top 20% of every graduating class, the top 20% of every industry, the top 20% of every social grouping accomplish and achieve 80% of the rewards. Not because they have more talent, not because they have more skill, not because they have more ability or intelligence or education or opportunity or anything else. It's because they use their time better. Work hard when you work, control the sequence of events, and you can become anything that you want to become.
Darkness. The sun doesn't shine every day. The storms will come. There are times when the nights will be long and dark and you will be alone. There will be times when the darkness seems to consume everything. But don't let it consume you. Don't let it consume you. Even in the darkest times, even in the strongest storms, even when the sun is blotted out and the world is falling apart, the darkness cannot extinguish your light. You. Your will. Your determination. No matter what is happening, no matter how hard the fight is, as long as you keep fighting, you win. Only surrender is defeat. Only quitting is the end. Because the darkness only wins if you let it. Do not let the darkness win. Fight. Fight on. To fight against the darkness is to win. So fight on.
It's time to change, and you know it. We've been this way for a while. We're set in our ways. We continue to be someone with a short fuse, someone who eats poorly, someone who can't stick to an exercise routine, who has a mean streak, who is too timid. Maybe you don't like to try very hard, or you don't think you're good enough. And how is that working out for you? Why do you keep going down a road that leads to nowhere? This is the definition of insanity, they say. It's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. There's nothing sadder than a person who can't grow, who can't turn over a new leaf, who cannot take a leap of faith forward into the dark. You've got to be willing to change. You must change. You must get better. Not later, not eventually, but now. And what if this year, what if 2025 could be the year you lived up to your potential? How would that compound in the years to come?
Look, winning is easy. Winning is easy. High fives all around, up on the podium, hands in the air. That's easy. Walking back to the locker room alone, that's a challenge. When you have put in so much effort, when you have trained for hours and hours and hours, and you have sacrificed so much, it's actually a beautiful thing when that happens. Because now you get the real test. Now you get the real test. I know it's terrible. I know it hurts. But it's a beautiful thing. Because that is where the real growth begins.
This is not who you are, and you know that. You know that. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. And it's not even like you want anyone to pity you, because then you just feel like a charity case, something to feel sorry for. And remember where you're going. We will not stop until we get there.
Stop sitting around waiting for the perfect opportunity. While you're sitting on your hands waiting for the spotlight to shine down on that one golden opportunity, you are missing hundreds and hundreds of opportunities to become better every single day. You think the path is just going to light up beneath your feet and God is going to come down and say, here it is, my child, your one golden opportunity to be the person you want to be. That's not how it works. In reality, when you get knocked on your ass, that is your opportunity to build resilience. When you feel weak, that is your opportunity to become strong. When you see a problem in the world, that is your opportunity to become the person that people can rely on to fix it. Where would you be if you seized every single one of these opportunities that were presented to you? Who would you become? You would most likely become exactly who you're meant to be.
This isn't a part-time gig. This isn't punch the clock and go home for the day. You don't get weekends off. No. Here, there's no such thing as a weekend. This is an everyday gig. Every day is a Monday. And you might not like that. Me, I love it. To me, every day is a beginning, a new day, a new week, a new shot at life. An opportunity to come out of the gate like a man possessed and attack the day without mercy. Today, I'm taking scalps. I'm putting the pressure on. I'm the aggressor. I'm on the attack. And of course, I will get tired. I will get beat up. I'll get knocked down and drained, and I will have some bad days. But I will not stop.
The difficulty of the path that you're on is the very thing that gives it value. The harder it feels right now, the more valuable it is likely going to be on the other side of that thing. So next time you tell yourself that this is hard, tell yourself, good.
Can do. All it takes is determination. You'll get your chance. Sometimes it doesn't come as quick as you'd like, and there's a lot of hurdles, but you will get there. You have to believe in that. I fear no man. No man can hold me down.
Don't go back. The brain protects you, but it protects you so much, it doesn't allow growth. So the brain is an amazing thing, but the brain controls you. You must control it. You must take power over your own mind, or your mind will guide you into all the soft spots, soft places that your brain wants to live in. This is where I want to stay. I'm peaceful and wants to stay very peaceful and away from scarring.
So we training here tomorrow, 5 a.m.
Nah, I got other plans.
You mean you want to go to Philly?
No. Listen, you want to change things in a big way, and you need to make some big changes. it gets easier.
Huh?
Every day it gets a little easier.
Yeah?
But you gotta do it every day. That's the hard part. But it does get easier.
Yeah, ambition is a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing because it gives you that drive, it gives you that push, that oomph that you need in order to take those first steps, which are the hardest whenever you're pursuing something ambitious or difficult to obtain. So it's good in that sense, but it also never ends. Like, I find that as I accomplish more things and reach new milestones, I find myself to never be satisfied. If you don't have that ambitious drive, that almost like, you can't think totally logically. If you thought completely logically, what's the most likely outcome? You wouldn't get past step 3, you know, like, and there's a gazillion steps that come after that you need to do. So there's part of you that needs to have that in order to pursue this kind of life, to keep reaching new heights and really remove any limits that you might have had on yourself.